Hi Aquarius, this is Just with your April 2017 counsel. I hope that you guys are having an enjoyable day so far. So Aquarius, um, remember I was saying in your last reading that some of you were going to be taking a step back from a relationship that was going really well. I said, I think a reading before or prior to that, that some of you were no longer kind of interested in someone. Like when you got into it, it was really fast. You really liked the person. And then one day you woke up and was like, I don't think I like you anymore like that. Like we could be friends, but I don't really think I'm interested in you. Some of you actually were starting to feel that way last month. But then you didn't want to jump out the window and feel like you're making a premature move. So you, instead of cutting off a relationship that you were questioning your true feelings for, you took some time to yourself. Some of you could have just been getting cabin fever and feeling like, you know what, I just need my own time. Like I'm tired of being a plus one. I'm tired of being two people. You know, I just want to be me. So I did see that in the last video that some of you guys were really taking some kind of self time, and your mate could have interpreted that as if you didn't want to be bothered with them. And it's so funny because you guys are coming in having left that energy in the past. That time of like solitude, that is like in your passing energy. So it's kind of cool when it still confirms that energy from the past. Now, I do see that some of you are thinking that something that ended, you're really not sure if it should have ended. You know, you're not sure about something that ended. You're not even sure if that was the right thing to do. Okay. And you may be mourning the loss of someone, like someone could have passed away. So my apologies if that is the case for some of you, that someone could have passed on. And it wasn't really clear all of the specifics about, you know, what happened and all of that stuff. And so some of you may be having a hard time with that, even though you may be getting a lot of support from people around you. It's just going to take some time. It's just going to take time for you to mentally get out of the emotional part of it and try to mentally make sense of it. So again, my condolences for those of you that relates to, because I never really see this for you guys. Excuse me. Others of you, it is that scenario of a relationship that you felt ended that perhaps shouldn't have, or you're still kind of mulling over what happened to someone or something that ended. And you may be missing that person. Like, man, I wish the person was here, you know, and they're not. And, you know, you may be with somebody, you know, or you're getting attention. It's not like you're someone that you can't be with somebody, but it's just, you know, even if you still hear from that person, right? So now you guys are friends now, or you're like in that gray period of like, yeah, you know, I hear from them from time to time, or we're Facebook friends and, you know, we're social media active together, that sort of thing. You know that really there's nothing that can come out of the situation. Okay. There's nothing that could come out of it. So you're not really sure if it should have ended. You're still confused as to, you know, why it ended. And you're kind of going through the motions of like the disappointment surrounding that whole situation. And for some of you, there may be that person that you're in a relationship with. They're trying their best to try to, you know, show you that, hey, I love you, you know, I'm here, you know, but it's not enough. Like again, I just get this, you needing to take on a different perspective and kind of see things differently in order to be able to move forward. So I do just see this missing of someone. Like some of you are just missing someone and can't be with them. But what's making it a longer period to kind of get over is the fact that you don't know what happened. Like either they disappeared or the reason why you guys broke up, it wasn't all clear. You know, it's just this thing of like, I don't know, like what the hell happened, right? So you're in limbo with that. But some of you, you know, there is someone in your life that you have feelings for. You're just not really able to, again, that's what, and I can't help that your cards keep saying the same thing. You're not able to kind of like just move on successfully. Like you were on a good clip and now it's like, damn, You know, where's all this coming from? You know, it's like subconscious. You knew it was there. You knew you hadn't dealt with it, but you was like, I'm not going to deal with this right now. You know, and now it's kind of creeping its ugly head back up again. And now you're like, okay, damn, you know, like a foot rash, like, you know that you need to take care of it, but you know, you're walking fine today. And then when you wake up one day and it's like, damn it, it's inflamed and now you can't walk. It's that, you know, I know it's a weird scenario, but it's kind of like that. So I do see that, you know, you're trying to decide about this relationship that you're in. You're trying to decide, you know, what do I want from this relationship? Like, you know, do I want to invest and move forward with this person? And do I want to really make something work with this? You're up and down. One day you may feel like, yeah, you know, I can see this going a distance. You know, I don't know how far, but you know, I'm here. Like I'm invested. Like I'm here. And then other days you're not too sure. You're looking back to your past. You're looking out to even a different future. It's just like you're not really sure, right? You have a lot of things going on for you. Some of you, you have a lot going on, or there's a possibility for a lot to be going on, but you still feel a sense of like stagnant. Like, you know, you want to be doing more, but you can't. You know, you probably want to move, but you kind of can't. You probably want to go in a different direction with career or work, business. You want to take your business to a different level, but there's some things that's kind of like keeping you stuck. Now, it's going to get there if you guys are aspiring to take your life, your life, you know, in a particular direction. You'll get there. It's just, you know, it's going to come with you having to kind of like get clear about something before you can get there. So if, let's just say this relationship, right? And you're one day you're all in with that one person. Next day, you're like, I'm not sure. Some of you are going to get really clear. You're going to get all in with that person. Others of you are going to get clear and you're going to reach back out to that other person, that old person, wanting something real with them 100%. I get this clarity needs to come your way, or being able to kind of speak your piece. Like some of you may need to have like a heart to heart with a particular person and tell them, you know, how you feel, or ask him, like, I want to know what the heck happened here. What happened to you? You know, there's an element of needing to get down to the bottom of something or speak your piece, which is going to set you free. Okay. That's what I'm saying very clearly here. Yeah, that's going to make you happy. Starting something brand new is going to make you happy. Doing something new is going to make you happy. Okay. I see that this situation with that person, it wasn't like, I mean, yeah. Okay. So you guys were good friends, right? And there was some great things there, but then there was a lot of the codependency. This person could bring out the worst in you, right? Like they could bring out some of the great things about you. There's like a connection that you probably never really had with another person. With that person, like you guys could talk forever. You could bring around each other all the time, that sort of thing. It's like a comfort there, but it's also a strong codependency, right? So that person can make you feel intoxicating. Like when they're around, nothing else matters. No one else matters. You don't care, right? You're all consumed by that person, right? But there was an element for some of you. It could have to do with another person, you know, or it could be this person that you're with now and trying to sift through it. Some of you are trying to get back, or at the very least, you're trying to, you know, re-engage with that old person, right? But you know that you're no match for that old person. You know, once that person comes back around, you're going to lose yourself again. So, you know, you don't try to incorporate something in your life that's only going to bring you more difficultness, especially if you have someone that loves you, that really wants to invest in you, that really wants to give you what you want. Just allow yourself to get through these feelings, because it's normal. I think we still have Venus retrograde Aries, I think. And so a lot of people are going, then with Mercury retrograding, I believe now, or soon, there's a lot of things are retrograding right now, I think. So it's a lot of things where people are just like internalizing a lot of things and trying to kind of like make sense of it all. Even if they have good things going on with them, they're kind of like still wanting to result to their past to some extent. And for you guys, it just looks like it would be dangerous. So I would say definitely be mindful of that. If there isn't any other person and you're just a single person and you're like, hey, you know, I'm just getting over this breakup or that sort of thing, then, you know, going back to anything that you knew had this person or this thing had an immense amount of control over you would just not be the greatest thing. Okay. Because I get you, especially my Aquarius men, I get you, and I just keep getting these two women. One that drives you insane. Like, this woman has so much control over you. And another one that could almost seem like she's a godsend, because she will do her best to try to be anything you want her to be. But that's boring to you. Yeah. That's why I like doing Aquarius readings, because your readings are so interesting. It's like getting to the psyche of Aquarius. It's so interesting. It's like, you know, she's boring. I'm not going to say she's boring, but she's someone that you probably will want, you know, down the line, you know, let you sift through some things first. And then it's like, yeah, she's great. Or maybe she'll be great for someone else. But it's something about that mystique. It's something about that energy of that other woman that just really makes you feel like, hey, I don't, you know, now that one. That, but with it comes a lot of, like I said, tumultuousness, toxicity, that sort of thing, karmic relationship. Now, I'm seeing that midway through, there's going to be you feeling stuck, feeling trapped, knowing that you need to let it go, knowing that you need to leave the situation alone. Some of you may be feeling like, I need to leave this relationship alone. Yes, she's great or he's great, and you know, I know that I won't ever have to worry about, you know, the things that I had to worry about in that other relationship. But I feel trapped in this thing. Like, I just don't want it anymore. Okay, and your heart may be saying to you too, like, move on. You know, and on a practical level, you may be feeling like, especially my men, you may be feeling obligated to her because, you know, she's such a good person, and because, you know, you've put it out there, that sort of thing. So there's a level of obligation that I'm seeing here, although your mind is like trapped and you want to leave. Like, emotionally, you probably already kind of like left, but mentally you haven't spoken the words yet, or you haven't come to the exact conclusion, but you just feel like this is not, like, it's pointless at this point, is what I'm kind of getting. Some of you really are jonesing for this other woman. She's doing really well for herself. This other woman, she does really well for herself. She has a level of confidence. She's not living for you. She's living for her. And I think the fact that this other woman, you know, and I know the Aquarius is like, what about us? Like, you're focusing on these men, but it's what's showing up really strong right now. This other woman, she is, like, your fire is getting ignited for someone new or something new. Like, some of you just want your independence. Like, you just really want to live life on your own terms right now. There may be a lot of things, a lot of women out there that you see, and it's like, wow, you know, the possibilities are endless. And now I'm like back into this traditional thing that I don't want to be. I don't want to be in. As I see the outcome, I do see that there is, I see that you're going to wait, but it's kind of weird because you may find out from that other woman, the one that you wanted, you may find out that she's with someone. Okay. You may find out that, you know, she's in a relationship. She's with somebody. Okay. And that just really will do it for you. Okay. You may find out that, you may be worried because you may have neglected the one that you're with, trying to focus on someone else that's not even available. And now you may feel stuck, like, man, I messed, you know, some of you may have wanted someone from your past that you screwed up with. Like, you were less than genuine. You did her wrong and she left you alone. And now you find out that this woman is not available anymore. But there's going to be, after some waiting, a time of waiting, you're going to find out something. Some of you might find out that you're having a baby. Someone's pregnant by you and you're in a relationship with somebody. So you had this encounter with someone, and by July, you're going to find out that she's pregnant. And you're going to be so scared that you're going to lose this good woman that you're with, because I do see like something destined to happen is going to come in for some of you. Okay. But it's involving two women, and one that is, again, like a godsend, like a blessing to you. And another one that is like a test, a test. It's like the devil. I'm not saying she is a devil, but it is lust. It's based upon lust and all of those things that will result in a child for some of you. And when you find out, it'll be nothing you can do about it. It doesn't matter how many times you sit down and try to rest for a minute, try to figure it out in your head. The baby's in her tummy. So be careful with this desirous energy that I see some of you having. Ladies, I see that it could have been an ending to a situation. Same thing. And it's a situation that some of you are kind of like mourning, trying to get over on the other side of it. And just is this element of not really knowing what the freak happened. Like, what happened? Some of you need to take some time. It could have just be very simple of like, there's some changes in the family dynamic. There's some changes that some of you guys want to make all together, right? And you want to go in a different direction. You want to do something new. You want to do something else. You may want to go back to work. Okay. Or you may want to start a new business, right? I see that somebody, for my lady, someone could have came into your life, kind of stirred things up for you. And someone from your past that you know. And I feel like they could have told you some things that you didn't know. Like, they really kind of like let some things out and unloaded on you. And it kind of brought back those old feelings, you know. Or you let off on them, rather. You let them have it. And you let off on them and let them know that it could be like, you know, hey, I raised these kids all these years and you weren't here, and now all of a sudden you're showing up, and that sort of thing, you know. So where the person from your past is coming back trying to befriend you and try to, you know, gloss over whatever they've done to you, you're not going to let that, you are definitely not going to let that slide. And it could be anyone, someone, your family, friend, at the workplace, like someone that you felt was deceiving or controlling, manipulating. They're now trying to be your friend. Okay. Midway through, I'm seeing that there is some kind of feeling stuck about a situation that you want to move on. The same scenario. The only difference I would say is a lot of my Aquarius ladies, you're doing well for yourself financially. You have an opportunity to start something new or something that you've always wanted to do. Incorporate something else in your life, but it will create a juggling act for you. Okay, money looks really good for you guys. At the end of the month, or as we get into May, that sort of thing, you may find out that there is another woman with your mate, someone that's pregnant. Some of you may find out that your mother is sick, or your mate's mother is sick. So I get some type of news that's going to come out of the blue about a mother, someone's mother, a mother figure that will, it's like a wait and see. Like, you find something out, like, you know, they say, well, I've been feeling like this, and they said maybe it could be this, and I have to get testing. So you have to wait. You know, you don't know yet. And then you find out, and it's like, wow, then you start to worry. You know, some of you also can get some news about that. And I don't get in deep into health at all. But if there's anything that you've been feeling blessed and happy about, and you've not been feeling your greatest, please go seek help. Okay, please don't just sit around and wait and see. Just go get some help for yourself and see, because you may, you know, you may be, if you're feeling it now, you may be at a saving point of it, like being able to catch it just now. But if you continue to wait, it could become quite aggressive. So you wouldn't want that to happen. Okay, don't be so scared that you don't want to know what's going on, that you would paralyze yourself to the point of delaying something that needs to get done that could, you know, prove to be a challenge down the line for you. Now for work, I'm seeing that What am I saying for work? I'm saying some of you guys could have lost your job. You're still not sure. And now you're kind of in limbo before you can start something else. It may take a couple of months before you can get back on. For some of you, it'll take 2 weeks. You'll have connections. You'll be able to reach out to people that you know, or you'll get a referral from someone, that sort of thing, and you're kind of off to the races. Others of you, you may be feeling a bit through this, through this change, this ending of this job. Some of you may feel happy because, you know, the job was like a burden to you. Okay. So there is a cutting. Now your hours may get cut. There may be some changes, some ending to a particular way that things are done, which is going to free you up to some extent. So I feel like the load is going to be lightened to some extent at the workplace for some of you, and that'll make your coworkers pretty happy. Someone that could have just been really hard on you guys, they may leave or be let go. And all of why would happen, you know, won't be clear, but, you know, at least, you know, that won't be there anymore. For those of you that are looking for a new opportunity, I feel like there's opportunities, ones that, you know, you'll feel really good about, or that'll be very successful for you. Others that will work you to death, or you would just feel like, you know what, how did I get trapped back into this again? So be very careful. Okay. Be very clear about what you're wanting to get into and what your value. Like, be very careful, value yourself, and only accept those things. Midway through, I do see that there's going to be, not really being sure for some of you that's looking for a new opportunity, not going to be really sure about, you know, should you leave? Should you stay? You know, some of you are going to start to feel really trapped at your job, especially if they start to up those hours, that sort of thing. So then you won't be able to vacation. Some things about maybe things you want to do now, you got to cut that out of your life because maybe you got to work hard or you got to work more. And I see this walking away, or wanting to walk away, because you just feel like you're not making enough money. You feel like it's not getting you anywhere, is what I'm seeing. Because you guys are like in this little box. There's so much more you could be doing, but you're not clear about what it is. And, you know, there's two different directions you may want to go. And then you have so much going on with life and trying to please other people that you're just not taking the risk. And out of that, there's this frustration, but you want to start something new. Some of you just really want to just charge ahead on your own. You know, take life by the balls and say, like, you know, what do you have to offer me, life? You know, what's out there? Let me challenge myself a bit. But there's going to be this feeling very conflicted, you know, feeling like you're not making enough and you need to leave. But how? Where do you go? So there's a lot of confliction coming up with you guys. I see that some of you may, if you have your own business, some of you may be trying to decide if what you're doing is what you want to continue to do. You know, I mean, are you making enough? Does it make sense anymore? You know, there's going to be something that you find out by July. Okay. That I just keep getting the constant message that it's going to take you a step back. You're going to take a step back from it. Okay. And it could be a family thing. You know, if you're part of like a work scenario situation, it may be a work thing where it's like massive layoffs are coming, or, just like you may be hearing that layoffs are coming, they're laying people off, and every manager is like, you know, they're not really sure who's going to get cut from their department, that sort of thing. But there's going to be some type of news that comes down that's going to kind of disrupt you. If it's not coming from your own family, okay, your own mate, that sort of thing. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. There could be another person in a scenario down the line you find out about, or it could be your own mother, where there could be some issues there, or your mate's mother, issues there. But I do see, like, down the line some issues happening that you guys are really going to be worried about. Okay. And that's pretty much where your reading ends. So I know it's kind of like was all over the place. I did spend a lot of time talking to the guys there. But again, you don't have, it doesn't have to just be a guy. It may come off to me as a male because I'm seeing masculine cards here. But if it's your scenario, you could just put yourself in it. You may have more dominance over that relationship than you think, or than you know. So just take what makes sense from here. And if it does resonate and you like to share, leave us a comment leave us a comment down below, because we would love to hear from you. I know I would. And if you are new, welcome, 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 and subscribe, because I will be back very soon with another one. Take care, Aquarius.